Hello everyone and welcome back to Morrowind. We are hanging out here in Balmora and I wanted to get a video filmed and recorded today because it is actually the 23rd anniversary of Morrowind's release today. It was released on the 1st of May back in 2002. Obviously, it's actually the 2nd of May where I'm recording this here, but being in Australia, time zones and everything, it's still technically the 1st of May. Now, I probably won't get this edited and out on the 1st of May, but I'm at least recording it on the day, so it feels somewhat serendipitous, I suppose. It's crazy to think that this game came out when I was 10. And it sucks because if I'd had anything that was capable of running a game like this back when I was 10, I know that something like this would have totally eaten my life up. I would have loved having a game like this. But I get to experience it now, 23 years later. So I know that I said in the last episode that the plan was to head back to Anvil and do all of that, but guess what? We're getting sidetracked again because seeing as it is the anniversary of the release of the game itself and not the mods around it, I thought that for this episode, we could actually do some main game and main story stuff and things like that. So if you will remember all the way very, very back to the very first episode, we've already done a few things for the main story, which was we have obviously arrived in Morrowind on a prison ship. We don't really know who we are or really what's going on. All we were told was that we had to go to Balmora, we had to see Caius 𝐿𝐴𝐻, and Caius 𝐿𝐴𝐻 has given us a couple of jobs to do for the Emperor, which seems to have something to do with this cult of the Nerevarine. Such a difficult word to say. Nerevarine. It's not as bad as New Meridian. What is it with Elder Scrolls and these really You got Nerevar, you got the New Meridian, and you've got Nachulef, all of these words. Mouthful. Anyway, so far all we've done for him is run a couple of favors for the local guilds, but the next job that he's going to give us, which is good that we come back because you actually need to be level 3 to get this one, is actually going to take us out of town. So let's go and visit Caius. Hello, Caius. I am here for my orders. Thought it over, and I want you to interview 3 informants in Vivec City concerning the Nerevarine and the 6th House. First, I want you to speak with Adhiranir, a 𝐀𝐝𝐝𝐢𝐿 Thieves Guild operative. Second, I want you to speak to Julia, a Guardian in the Morag Tong. And finally, I want you to speak with Merimilo, a temple priestess. So this is just like the initial quest introducing us to the Mages Guild and the Fighters Guild. This is introducing us to the Thieves Guild, the Morag Tong, and the temple. And also to Vivec, which is kind of like the main city as far as the goings-on in Morrowind are concerned. And this is one thing that I really like about Morrowind's quests over the quests of Oblivion and Skyrim, is that it really wants you to take its time, and it really wants you to get involved with a lot of the local areas, the local guilds and everything like that, by loosely level gating things and by sort of feeding you through all the different aspects of its world. And I think that's a really cool way to do it, even if it's maybe not as gameplay-wise engaging. Like a lot of the main quest just falls into these fetch quest things, but the way it makes sense in the world of Morrowind is actually really, really well structured. Yeah, so get you to take me to Vivec. Could have also used the Mages Guild one, but it's actually easier to go this way, because this is going to put me straight outside the foreign quarter. And upstairs, had I got my hands on any teleport things yet? I can't remember. What did we do last episode? Did I get a teleport? I got a teleport. I got, what did I say? Teleport. Levitate. Levitate spell. That's what I got. I knew I got a levitate something. Oh, that is very slow levitation. Dearie me. That's a bit of a shame. Might need to up my speed stat. Hate getting around Vivek without levitation, though. Okay, is this the lower wasteworks? I believe that's the one we want, isn't it? Local map, lower wasteworks.
Not now, Outlander. Head on.
Is it the lower wasteworks? Yes, yes, it is the lower wasteworks. I'm looking for the corner club. That's the apothecary. Alchemist. Oh no, that's Jabash's rare book, so the corner club must be over the other side. Yes, it is. Pardon me.
Yes, Outlander.
So the first one we're going to meet is Julia, who is over here. Hello, Julia.
Yes.
Welcome you as the friend of my friend Legolas, but I wish to go to my friend's bookstore, and these troublesome fools are in my way. I've tried to persuade them, but they hate my race, and I fear they will be violent. Troublesome fools. Sight of a free Argonian offends these racist thugs. Would tarnish my Morag Tong honor to slay them, but I don't want to trouble my friend Saralis Gormus by fighting in his club. Okay, so if we're lucky,
Speak, traveler.
I think it's this guy we need to talk to. Filthy lizard, what a piece of turtle to be chained up somewhere not rotting loose. Well, I have a ridiculous amount of money. Can we admire you? There we go. It's an Argonian and I don't like it, but I can leave it alone. There we go. A nice, easy, non-violent solution there. We're going to travel together, leave through the door to foreign quarter, turn to blah, blah, blah. Must warn you unless these troublesome fools are persuaded to behave like civilized beings. Yeah. So he will now follow us, and all of these guys will leave us alone. A nice, easy solution there. I, of course, could have bribed him as well. I certainly have plenty of money, but now I can hold on to that for something more important later. And directly across the way is Jabash's bookstore. Oh, and we are inside Julia. Fantastic. Thank you very much. Should be free from distraction here. Now, I said I'd tell you about the Nerevarine cult, so you can report back to Caius. I don't know of any six-house cult, but I can tell you what I do know. Understand the Nerevarine cult, you must understand the history of the Ashlanders. Nerevar means something very different to the Ashlanders from what he means to the Dhamma of the great houses. You also know about the persecution and the blah, 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 blah. So basically, he's going to give us a whole bunch of notes. I mean, we can read up on history of the Ashlanders. Basically, the Ashlanders were a bunch of nomadic Dhamma that didn't want to exist under the formation of the great houses. And they basically worship Nerevar as not necessarily a god, but kind of just an immortal hero reincarnated, basically, is I suppose the easiest way to think about it. So the idea of the Nerevarine is that they are the reincarnation of Nerevar and will basically make things better for the Ashlanders, because things aren't really great for the Ashlanders at the moment. They're stuck out in the Ashlands. The Ashlands aren't a great place to live at the best of times. While he's distracted, I need to steal that. Very good. I don't think I need anything else in here. Yeah, but on top of that, because 𝐦𝐸𝐿 has returned, as we will learn later on, he has unleashed the plague of the Blight upon the Ashlands that is infecting all of the creatures there with these really bad diseases as well. And they believe that the Nerevarine will return and will basically defeat 𝐦𝐸𝐿 and save them. You know, typical Chosen One kind of stuff. But the great houses and the temple and everyone that worship the three main gods of Morrowind, as much as they hold Nerevar himself in esteem, believe that the Nerevarine is basically a imposter at best and a heretic at worst, and we will start to see some of that division between the temple and the Ashlanders as the story progresses. Right, what I need to do now is remember where everyone is. I know Maramilo is in the temple, so that is probably going to be the easiest place to get to first. So let's Civi over to the other side of Vivek. Here is a temple here. Danso, you're going to tell us where Maramilo is. Librarian at the Library of Vivek. That's here in the Vivek Temple, Hall of Wisdom section, lower levels on the eastern side. And he is not kidding about it being amazing there. I always, always, always get lost. Hall of Wisdom. Okay, the library is up this one. Very nice. And here's our girl. Hello, Marimalo. Caius sent you. Follow me into the back of the library. We can't talk here. Okay. Let's, Are we gonna go... I thought I was following you. Why are you following me?
Where's that slave?
Here we go. Go ahead. I'm afraid I don't know anything about a sixth house cult, but I can tell you about the Nerevarine cult. Temple worships Nerevar as a saint and hero, but prophecies of his reincarnation are punished as wicked heresy. Nerevarine cult claims that the tribunal are false gods, hence the temple's persecution of the Nerevarine cult. A group called the Dissonant Priest disputes the temple doctrine on the Nerevarine prophecies. The prescribed book, Progress of Truth, describes their belief. Get a copy of Progress of Truth for Caius 𝐿𝐴𝐵𝐷𝐵. That will tell him things he needs to know of the Nerevarine cult, which we already did that. That's what we nicked back in Jabash's. It's fantastic. So that just leaves Adherania. And I always forget which canton she's in. I think it's St. Olms? No, I'm getting lost again. Oh, I'm getting lost again. How do we get out of here? Where's the exit?
Speak, traveler.
St. Olms. This way.
We're watching.
Yeah, look at that map. Every time I come here, I get so totally lost. Okay, so if we come out this way, I believe, is it St. Olms directly ahead? It's saying St. Olms directly ahead. I can't remember if there's someone that actually tells you where Adherania is, or if you're meant to just stumble on them. And surely there is someone. And I'm also on the wrong side here. I need to be around this side. Looking for the wasteworks. Should look at which of my skills is speed. I don't know if I've actually got any speed. Short blade.
We're watching you.
Short blade and athletics. Okay. Oh no, I'm in the right spot. If there's the... is that the Taxman? Is that the Taxman? That looks like him. Where'd you go? Hey.
Yes?
I'm looking for a friend of mine, a female 𝐀𝐝𝐝𝐢𝐿 Adherania. Do you know where I can find her? I do not, however...
Keep moving.
We are going to save some time later, and I would like you to attack me right now, please. Come on. Come on.
Keep moving.
Now, you really don't want to be taunted.
I've trifled with you long enough.
There we go. Come on. Ow. There we go. Very nice. Do you have anything? Expensive shirt. Don't even have any money on you.
Watching you.
You're a Taxman, are you? And because obviously I taunted him, no one's going to care that I did that. Which is very good. So basically, wait, how do I get down? I always get so lost in these cans. Ah, there we go, over this side. Now, the reason that we did that is Adherania is actually going to want us to... She actually wants us to basically lie and get him to leave. But it is much easier to just deal with him here and now instead of having to go back up and down the stairs there. I am not on the right side. I'm just going to loop around the sewers here. I can never remember exactly where... Ow. Ugh, disease rat. Can never remember where she is. Hello. Level 19 warrior. Oh! Ugh. That's not good. Oh, that's That's very not good. Heal. Oh, she's got a lot of health. Damn it, come on. Come on, come on, come on. Yep. Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. Go away! Leave me alone! Whee! Wait, can't get me in the water. Wait, yes you can! No, 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 nope. I misjudged. Thought she'd be too... Oh my god. Oh! Okay. Okay, let's not go this way. I'm just gonna go up and around. Must be in the other sewer works. I had absolutely no idea who that is. Does this go around? This doesn't. I've got to go up and out, haven't I? Is it this one? There she is. I wasn't that far off. Adherenir. Hello. So are you the one Adherenir must thank for getting rid of the annoying census and excise agent? How do you know that I got rid of them? You're in the sewer. Indeed, Adherenir is very glad to see you and very happy to tell a friend of my good friend Caius all about the 6 house cults. And Adherenir knows nothing about the Nerevarine, but Adherenir is happy to tell you that too, if it makes Caius happy. Now, so she's going to tell us about the 6 house, which is apparently very involved in smuggling. Some smart smugglers are suddenly too busy for their old clients because they have a new employer, the 6th house, who pays very well. Adherenir doesn't know because they are very secret, but this is odd because these smugglers are always loud and bragging, and now they hush up like fat-bellied kitties full of sweet meats. Fantastic. And obviously, each of these can tell you about the various guilds if you ask them about the guilds as well, so that's a good way in finding out how to join those guilds and all those related things there too. Did I drop a mark somewhere useful? I cannot remember. Let's see. If I recall, am I going to end up in Anvil? I am! Hello, Jadash. How's it going? This is not where I meant to go. Sorry. We'll be back. Yes, I'm civvy. Okay, I probably should have dropped a mark in Balmora is what I should have done. But we'll keep the mark there. I can get around reasonably painlessly with the interventions anyway. Yeah, so here we are, back in Balmora. I'm going to head over here and have a quick chat to Caius. Alright, Caius, we got all the stuff for you.
Go ahead.
Have your report and make copies of your notes from Halia and the Progress of Truth. Give me time to read and digest all this. Meantime, promoting you to Journeyman. You're doing good work. Here are 200 drakes. Go out and treat yourself to a new pair of shoes. Go and do some jobs for the guilds or some other freelance work or get training. Then when you're fit and rested, come back and I'll have new orders. Or I'll just get them right now. What do you mean I'm not? I'm level 7. Maybe it's literally a time limit. Do I just need to wait for a day? Oh, yeah, because I've got to have those dreams. That's right. Basically, I just start having a bunch of dreams about Dagoth because he is influencing people in their sleep. And I can actually... Can I talk to Disturbing Dreams? You're worrying me, Legolas. You're not going loopy on me, are you? Word of advice in Morrowind, if you're having disturbing dreams, the temple says you are crazy. They want to lock you up. And if you have disturbing dreams and think they mean something... then the temple thinks you're a prophet or a witch, and they want to lock you up. So take my advice and keep a lid on it. Fantastic. You're going to give me my orders now. We need an Ashlander informant. I've heard of a fellow in Aldron named 𝐀𝐝𝐝𝐢𝐭𝐢𝐨𝐧𝐚𝐥, a Ashlander who left the Waste to become a wealthy trader. They say the Ashlanders like to give and receive presents. Take these 100 drakes, find out what 𝐦𝐨𝐝𝐬 likes, and give him a gift. Then give him the gift, blah, 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 and then we're going to ask him about the Ashlanders. Very good. In fact, we don't even have to get the gift for him, because if he likes us enough, he actually just appreciates the fact that we tried to get him one. But I'm going to, just because I've actually never done it before, I usually just Speechcraft him. This time, I'm actually going to try and see if I can work out the quest to give him a gift, because I don't actually know what gift he likes. I have a feeling it's a book. It's usually a book, because it's not just gold. Most of the other Ashlanders, it's just gold. You give them gold and they're happy with that. But him, I believe he wants a book. So, let's go to Aldron. And he is in the Corner Club, I believe. Ask one of the guards, maybe they know. Hello, do you know? You don't know. Never mind, never mind. I'm sure it's the Corner Club. Rat in the pot.
You wish to speak? Do I know you?
Maybe not. This is the Thieves Guild hangout here. Any of you guys know?
You may speak.
Have you any
Well?
news?
Try the Old Scar Inn. Right, okay. I missed that bit.
You wish to speak?
Okay, so Old Scar Inn, that should be... Is it under Scar or is it near Scar? One of these ones. What's this over here? Is that an inn? I always forget which these things meant to represent. Old Scar Inn. This is the one. Hello. No, I am looking for an Ashlander.
Question.
Our doors are
I saw 𝐦𝐶𝐝𝐬𝐬's trader, wealthy one, has his own room here. Is that what you wanted to know? Well, yes, I would have rather known where he was, but...
interesting.
One of you? Hassur 𝐦𝐶𝐝𝐬𝐬, hello. Best to be best, it not be to be rude, but if you have business, speak it, for I'm at leisure. I would like to know about gift-giving customs. Gift is a sign of courtesy among strangers. Among strangers, thoughtful gift is a sign that you're cautious and considerate. Such is particularly useful to traders and travelers. Okay, so, what gift would you like? For example, I love poetry. No stranger could be expected to know this, but a book of poetry given to me by a stranger shows the giver respects me and has made a special effort to know me. Now I've answered your question and would like some time to myself. Okay, is there a bookstore in Aldron?
Ah, hello. Did you want something?
Probably is one around here somewhere, surely. That's the council club. These are all the shops over here, aren't they? I know there's an outfitter. Bookseller. Look at that, right around the corner. Okay, where are you? Walked straight past you, didn't I? There you are. Codas Colonus. Hello. Hassur 𝐦𝐶𝐝𝐬𝐬. Likes poetry. I have a few such volumes here, I believe. Words of the Wind, Ashland, Hymns of the Five Fast Stars. Okay, let's see. What was that? Words. Words of the Wind. $40. That's way cheaper than bribing him. Hopefully that's the right one that he wanted. Alrighty. Okay, Hassur, I have brought you a book. Hopefully the right book.
3 blessings, Sarah.
Thoughtful gift. Copy of Words of the Wind. The words of the Blessed Mothers. I gratefully accept your gift. My people have never loved the written word, and I lament their ignorant scorn for such common yet potent magic. Thank you and honour your courtesy. It would please me to return the courtesy. What would you like to know about the Ashlanders and the Nerevarine cult? There is too much to tell. Here, take these notes. More notes for Caius. Written here, you should know about the Ashlanders and their Nerevarine cult, but most of all, if you're visiting a camp, things you should know about courtesy and challenges among the Ashlanders. Since you asked about the Nerevarine cult, perhaps you'd be interested in my views on Ashlanders and foreigners, because a guiding passion of the Nerevarine cult is their hatred of foreigners. Most Ashlanders wish all foreigners and their false gods could be driven from Morrowind. At the very least, Ashlanders wish the foreign devils would leave them in peace, think it's shameful to attack an armed person, but they kill without hesitation an armed person who offends them. No Ashlander is fool enough to make war with the Empire. They worship the great Ashcan and Horchator, Nerevar, Moon and Star, who in ages past destroyed the evil godless dwarves and banished the treacherous Dagoth and his foul host beneath the Red Mountain. Cults is of small consequence in Ashlander worship, and only among the Urshilaku do its followers have any influence. Other Ashlander tribes share the sentiments, but regard the Nerevarine prophecies with suspicion. Now, who are the Urshilaku? Urshilaku are the Ashlanders of the Northern Ashlands and the West Gash in the northwest of Vardenfell. Ashkan Sumatul is their chief, a brave and respected war leader and warrior protector of the Nerevarine cult. Urshilaku Camp moves with the herds, but usually lies close to the Sea of Ghosts. North of the village of Margan on the northern coast of Vardenfell. Margan is a small village north of Aldrun. Road runs from Aldrun towards Knossos to the northwest, Margan to the north. Take the right branch, blah, blah, blah. Or you can take the Silt Strider to get there. Very good, okay. I think that is all that we need from Mr. 𝐦𝐨𝐝𝐬. So once again, we are going to take a quick little Silt Strider ride back over to Caius. Alright, Caius, got some more notes for you.
My pleasure.
Thanks for the report, but keep 𝐦𝐨𝐴𝐵's notes on the Ashlanders. You'll need them. I'm promoting you and sending you to the Urshilaku Camp. Speak with Silmatul and Nabani Mesa. Before you go, I think it may be time to tell you what's going on. Emperor and his advisors think that you have the appearance of meeting the conditions in the Nerevarine prophecies. That's why you were pulled out of prison on His Majesty's authority and sent to me, so that you could satisfy the conditions in the Nerevarine prophecies and become Nerevarine. Here, this is a decoded copy of the coded package you sent me. When you arrived, read it later. As you'll see in the decoded message, the Emperor and his counselors say you have the appearance of satisfying the conditions of prophecy. Do you really satisfy the prophecy? Are you really the prophesized Nerevarine? First, I thought we were just supposed to create a persuasive imposter. Now, I don't know what to think. But I'm sure of one thing, this is not just primitive supposition, and we will treat it seriously just as His Majesty commands. So 𝐦𝐶 says Silmatul and Nabani Mesa at the Urshilaku camps are the heads of the Nerevarine cult, so I'm sending you to speak with them. Tell them your story and have them test you against the Nerevarine prophecies. Heads of the Nerevarine cult, they can best judge whether you satisfy the prophecies. Spoken with them, report back to me. Here's 200 drakes for expenses and pick up essential supplies at Fort Moonmoth. Before you go to the Urshilaku camp, see Somatus Vunus and Crulius Pontanian at Fort Moonmoth. Ask them to put aside some potions and scrolls for you, courtesy of the Emperor. In particular, you want to cure potions. I hear the blight is very bad up north. Use a divine intervention scroll if you find that you're in over your head. It will get you safe to an Imperial Cult Shrine. Fantastic. So we're going to head over to Fort Moonmoth quickly. Man, all of those names are a mouthful. You don't realize what a mouthful these places are to try to pronounce until you have to read a whole bunch of them back to back. Ashkan, Urshilaku, Silmatul, Nabani Mesa, Nerevarine. Nerevarine is the one that I really struggle with. I don't know why. Something about the just gets stuck in my throat. Yeah, obviously Fort Moonmoth is right around the corner here. In fact, even quicker, we can just divine intervention over there. And they should be in the interior or the shrine? I think they're in the interior. Okay, so we're looking for... trying to remember people's names. Long names.
Yes.
Marikarian? No, that doesn't sound right. Oh, this is a potion person.
Do you
Paragon?
want something from me?
Nope.
Speak freely, friend.
Asphysphinia? No. Crulius, oh yeah, that was one. Essential supplies. Your Legolas Cursed you can buy. Chosen from my best scroll stock. Don't need preferences. Blessing and barriers always come in hairy. Purity of body. Cost of divine intervention. Okay, fantastic. You got anything else interesting? Fortify agility, luck, endurance, speed. Nothing super exciting here. I'd take those blight disease ones though. Barriers. Restoration scrolls always really useful. So that's the purity of body ones. They're really, really, really good. You know what? I'll take more of those instead, actually. Not some more undoozies. Never have too many of them. Purity of bodies. Ooh, elemental burst shock. That might be useful if I run into something that's a bit overpowered. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. You drop that to 1500 for me? Yes, you will. Thank you. Okay, very good. Who was that other person that I'm looking for? I'm looking for... I wonder if she's over in the shrine instead. Prison towers. Hey, where's the shrine? Did I just miss the shrine? That's the prison towers. That's Crulius. The shrine here? Here we go. Sabutus! Right, that's who I'm looking for. So, friends, there's no charge, but if you take my advice, you can afford it, stock up on the cures. There are no Imperial cure altars north of Old Run. Cure common disease, fortify health, fortify strength, fortify speed. Got any interesting spells? Feet of Natorgo, that's always nice. Nah, not really. Selling anything interesting? No, I'll be alright with the scrolls and stuff for now, I think. Okay. Brilliant. That's Civi. Back to Malmora. And then we'll Stilt Strider over to Alderon and then Margan. And then, have I still got a carrion flight? I do. I should just be able to hop straight to the Urshilaku Camp from there. And we'll roll the dice that my levitate spell works. Otherwise, I might end up smashing into the ground unless I can land into the Sea of Ghosts, I guess. Alright, here we are at Margan. That's basically, yeah, due north. I believe Cool is actually technically a little bit closer. However, if I get my Carrion flight ready, I'll drop a quick save. And we're going to use that. And we're going to jump. Oh. That was disappointing. Why was that such a pitiful jump? I meant to jump way higher than that. Good lord. Have I still got that feather scroll? No, okay, let's use the feather scroll. I'm going to make myself lighter. Then we're going to use the Icarian flight. Boom. And then we're going to jump. There we go. That's more like it. And then we're going to get levitate. And we're going to levitate. Nice. That did not make it quite as far as I would have hoped that we would, but that's alright. It's just a little bit of a quick jog. Up to the north will be fine. Oh, there's a corpus guy here. I'm going to want to zap him. There's a shock. Haha. Yeah, didn't like that, did ya? Boy. Abenabi. That should literally be, yeah, straight jog up north now. And I'm nice and light, so yeah, moving reasonably quick. So you got one of those fortify speed. 8 points, 15 seconds. There we go. Jog ever so slightly quicker. Nice. It might be worth picking up the Boots of Blinding Speed at some stage, once my restoration's high enough that I can get a resist magic going on. And here we are at the Urshilaku Camp. And we're going to have a chat to Syrodiil. Bring me a 𝐀𝐝𝐝𝐢𝐭𝐢𝐨𝐬 egg, for I am hungry. I don't think I have a 𝐀𝐻𝐝𝐻𝐸gg egg at the moment, no. One of you wants trauma root, which is hilarious because there's a trauma root right there. There you go, see, you wanted the trauma root, fantastic. I'm going to speak to 𝐀𝐝𝐝𝐻𝐸. Have they sent for you? No, they haven't. If they've not sent for you, then you will not get to... Okay, so we want to... One of these guys is Ashkan, isn't it? Is melee? Zabamund? One of you guys.
Speak quickly, Outlander, or go
I'm not taught to you, no standing among us. Under this custom with gold. Here you go. 1,000 gold. You know standing among us, but you speak well enough and with respect, so I will explain. It is against the custom that an Outlander should speak. I'll tell you also that 𝐶𝐶𝐻 has no love for Outlanders. The prophecies. Offered to pay a tribute of 200 gold. Very good. A gift of 200 gold coins. That is an earnest proof of your respect. Yes, I believe that you should speak to our Ashkan. Perhaps he will be angry with me, but I think I can bear that. Go to the Ashkan's yard and speak with 𝐶𝐶𝐻. Ask him your question and tell him I have sent you. Ashkan's yard. And here he is, Mr. 𝐶𝐶𝐻 in his little purple bubble. So, my champion Zabamund has sent you to talk with me about the Nerevarine prophecies. Can I do a dumber voice? I don't think I can. Nerevarine prophecies.
You think you'll fulfill the Nerevarine prophecies? You wish to be tested to see if you are Nerevarine. No Outlander may join the Nerevarine cult. If you were a clan friend, an adopted member of the Ashlander tribes, then perhaps I have an initiation rite in mind. If you pass this rite, I will adopt you as a clan friend of the Ashlanders. Then I will submit you to Nabani Mesa, our wise woman who is skilled in oracles and mysteries, and who will test you against our prophecies.
Something like that.
To be adopted into the tribe, you must undergo a harrowing. In a harrowing, you will be judged by the spirits and ancestors to see if you are worthy. Go to the Urshilaku burial caverns and fetch me 𝐶𝐶𝐻's bone biter bow. 𝐶𝐶𝐻 was my father, and his spirit guards his bone mold, longbow, deep in the burial chambers. Return to me with this bow, and I will adopt you into the Ashlander tribes as a clan friend.
Where are these burial caverns?
Burial caverns lie to the southeast of the camp, a north-facing door in a little hill halfway between us and the slopes of the Red Mountain. Go north from the camp to the water, then turn east. At a rock cairn on the beach, turn and head straight south until you find the door. The spirits of our ancestors guard the caverns. They will attack and will kill you if you can. Force your way past them or evade them. Get the bow and return to prove your worthiness.
Right. So, in the immortal words of just background noise, we need to get the bone by the bowl. 𝐶𝐶𝐻's bone by the bowl. The bone by the bowl of 𝐶𝐶𝐻 for 𝐶𝐶𝐻, the Ashkan of the Urshilaku Ashlanders. So I haven't had anywhere near as much practice as he has. So yes, we need to go north from the camp to the water, turn east at the rock cairn, and head straight south. So, north from the camp. There is the water, so now we're going to turn east. And there is the rock cairn. This is some of the best directions you actually get in this game. This is actually super easy to follow. There we go, and then we just head down this little bit for a while. I am going to get... there's Purity of Body Scrolls, yeah. Superpowered healing. Just keep heading south. Yeah, it looks like it over there. No, this is the Lando Ancestral Tombs. Lando Calrissian? Are we in a Star Wars? Should be right here. South-southeast of the camp, a north-facing door in a little hill halfway between us and the slopes of the Red Mountains. It should be... Here I go, these are the best directions in the game, and I bloody missed it, haven't I? See, it's the Caverns of the Incarnate I always get lost and I can never find. I swear that went directly south from the thingy. Didn't I? Ah, no I didn't, I drifted. I drifted directly south as over this way. Okay, no, that's on me. I drifted. Maybe over here somewhere. Excuse me, Nick sound. On this side of the Foyada. That's better. Be along here. I reckon that's it over there. Yes, there we go. Barrel grounds. Let's go. See how quickly I can zip through here, huh? Well, that's just annoying. There we go. This might be the spot to use that other feather scroll. I have a feeling like it's just going to make all of this jumping around a little bit easier. Whee! Dead Adventurer, you got anything interesting? Divine Judgment. Take a probe and a lockpick. Nah, ain't got anything interesting. Lockpicking time! Yes, first roll. Where am I going? Over there. Stupid skeletons. That wasn't even the right way. Do I need to levitate, or did I just miss the exit? And it went over this way. There we go. No, I just missed the exit. Stupid rat. Forgot what a maze this place is. Which one am I looking for? Be whatever this highest one is, surely. Is the highest one? Kakuna. Juno? Let's try Juno. You know, low fatigue. There we go. Something up there. This looks right. Now remember this loopy-loo. I can never remember what the chambers are called, but I remember something like this, I thought. Or is this just looping back on itself? Oh, 2 skeletons. Oh, that's not good. Well, thank you. I will take your... Where's my inventory? What's going on? There we go. I will take your special arrows. I am over encumbered. But what, the arrows? No, okay. I'll drop those arrows. Has he drained my strength? No. Why am I randomly so heavy? Let's drop the steel longbow, because I'm going to have to take the bone biter bow. Ooh, let's drop that shirt. I don't need that. Why am I so heavy? What have I got that weighs anything? No idea. The helmet. It's only 4. Don't know. It's interesting. How heavy are those arrows? Oh yeah, this is the spot. Let's go. Rafael Suicidal. Let's do it. Go, healing, go. Daedric Shortbow is so busted. Fantastic. And there is the bone biter bow, and it only weighs 2. Brilliant. I'm going to take those. And the bow. Fantastic. It's going to be our go-to weapon for a bit. And with that done... That's the easiest way. Let's... Civvy. Where does Civvy take us from here? Is that Nisus? Nisus, of course. It's always Nisus. No, well, here we go. Back to Margan, anyway. We'll repeat the same trick with the Icarian scrolls. We can just get past these mountains. No, I'm going to levitate over the mountains. Rest up the top, then jump and levitate again. Yeah, good chance to take out these cliff racers. Okay, now I go Carium Flight. Make sure I pointed. Oh, excuse you. Let's try that again. Carium Flight. Okay. Oh. Awesome. Didn't even need the... That's it. If I land at roughly the same height... Oh, no! I thought that was going to be high enough. When was my last quick save? No, okay, that's good. Yeah, never mind. Let's try this again. Okay. Gonna land roughly the same height. Good. Take out this cliff racer. And then know why I'm not getting much of a jump off of these Skyrim flights. There we go. Okay, quick save. Go this way. Like that. No, too slow on the cast. Stuff it. I'm just going to jog. There's the problem with the no pause. Can't switch over to my levitate. I mean, I could hotkey the levitate, but that's fine. It's fine. We'll get around. We're not that far off. Yeah, just up this way. Get some XP while we're going around. Okay, let's swap you for that, so that we can... Surprised I can't get him from there. Alright, I'm just going to wander over this way and we'll join you over at the camp when we get there. Alright, and with that, here we are, back at the camp. Obviously, the easy way to do this is to drop a mark here, but I do want to get back to Anvil in the next episode after this one. I just wanted to do a little bit of main quest stuff just for Morrowind's birthday. So let's go and talk to Sumatul and wrap up this part of the quest and this episode as well.
My time is precious, so make it quick.
So, Outlander, have you completed the initiation rites? This is my father's bone-biter bow. You have completed the...
I can't keep this up. Name you Legolas, clan friend of the Ashlanders. Keep my father's bow, bear it with honor. Member of our tribe, my rest in any Urshilaku bed, do not harm any blah blah. Go to the wise woman's yurt, we're going to talk to the Bunny Mesa. Let's go do that. Wise woman's yurt, that's...
Yes.
over here somewhere. This one? Nope. That one. She's got the fancy rug up front. Hello, Nabani.
I can do for you?
You are hard-headed and ignorant, and perhaps it is not your fault. My Lord Ashkan says you will ask me about the Nerevarine prophecies, also says I will test you against the Nerevarine prophecies. I must do as my Lord Ashkan asks, so ask your question, I will test you. There are many Nerevarine prophecies, and they suggest many things, aspect of uncertain parents, moon and stars, sleepers, seven curses, curse of blame, blah, 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 blah. Ask me of these things if you are patient, if you would be wise, or if you're impatient to know, just ask, do I pass the test? So the aspect of the uncertain parents, if what you say is true, you're indeed born on a certain day of uncertain parents. This is part of the prophecy, but many have the same birthday and many are not sure of their parents. The Moon and Star legend says Indoril Nerevar's family standard bore the Moon and Stars, and Nerevar's armor and weapons bore the sign. Some say he bore a Moon and Star birthmark. Some say he has a magic ring marked with a Moon and Star. Others say he was born under a Moon and Star. In any case, I think the Moon and Star is the mark of the Nerevarine, and you do not have this mark, so you are not the Nerevarine. The Sleepers. Rumors say that in town mad cultists called Sleepers were attacking people, saying that Dagobah has awakened and will drive the Outlanders from Morrowind. Perhaps it's just a coincidence, but I think it is a sign of the Nerevarine, not necessarily a sign that you are the Nerevarine. So basically, she'll just keep going through all of this stuff, but we can kind of just skip ahead and ask her, do we pass the test? You are not the Nerevarine. You are one who may become the Nerevarine. It is a puzzle and a hard one, but you've found some of the pieces and you may find more. Do you choose to be the Nerevarine? Then seek the lost prophecies among the dissident priests. Find the lost prophecies, bring them to me, and I will be your guide. And she gives us a bunch more books, of course, which is probably why I'm so weighed down, because I just realized I'm carrying a bunch of books around. There are the Nerevarine prophecies that have been lost, 7 curses and others. Some are forgotten, some hidden, and some deliberately lost. Wise women are the memory of the Velofi people. It is a faulty memory, and we are mortal, and our knowledge dies with us. Well, good thing that we happen to know someone who is a dissident priest. Yes, indeed. So yeah, I still got the Progress of Truth. That weighs 4. We'll drop that. The rest of this stuff isn't really that heavy. No, they're just more notes. Okay, right. Time to Civvy again. Back to Nisus.
With pleasure. Please.
Spoken with Saul Matul and the Barney Mason. From what they say, it sounds like you could really be the Nerevarine. That's just incredible, but I'll have to get used to the idea. Let me try to get word to Milo. Maybe she can find out whether the dissident priests have any lost prophecies. But in the meantime, I have a very tough assignment. Do you think you're ready? I'm ready for anything. Don't get overcautious, but it so happens that I agree, you're ready. But just in case, I'm going to give you 400 drakes. Before you head out, make sure you outfit yourself with healing potions, new gear, a little training, whatever you think you need most. And remember, if you get in trouble, back off, rest up, and go back fresh. Don't get cocky. Yeah, see, it's really cool. The story's important. That at every point of it, they go, hey, don't forget, interact with the rest of the game world. Don't forget to go out there and experience everything else and not just get locked into the story. So here's your mission. Fort Buckmoth. Fort Buckmoth. Send a patrol to Narmok, hunting smugglers with a 6-house connection. But a 6-house base, 6-house shrine, and a 6-house priest named Dagoth Gares. Speak to Champion Racer Pulia at Fort Buckmoth. She'll tell you about the patrol on the 6-house base. Your orders: find that base, kill Dagoth Gares, bring me a full report on the 6-house base. They're fantastic. Fort Buckmoth's just the one outside of Alderaan. Fantastic. However, we will be leaving that for next time, I think. So, please leave a comment below and let me know, do you want me to continue with the main story up to a certain point? Do you want me to just finish off the main story, then get to the DLC? I know that there's a new release for Tamriel Rebuilt coming out, even now or very, very soon. Is that something you want me to go check out? Otherwise, I'm just going to kind of keep winging it with these episodes and doing whatever takes my fancy. Yeah, but I really, really wanted to get this one out now because it is the 23rd anniversary. So happy 23rd birthday, Morrowind. There's going to be some more Skyrim and Oblivion coming soon. I'm just playing around with some settings with OBS to get it to play nicely with the Oblivion remaster. And also with Skyrim, I'm having some issues with that. New music stuff should be out this month. I've been a bit unwell, which has been kind of doing that, but I've got a concert at the end of the month that I will record regardless of what happens. So definitely new music stuff out this month. As always, let me know in the comments below what you enjoy. Don't forget to do all of that YouTubey stuff. Subscribe, ring the bell, all of that yada yada content creation nonsense. Honestly, I'm having a ball playing these games, and I'm just going to keep making these videos regardless of what interaction it gets. Thank you, Caius. Much appreciated. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for supporting this series. Happy 23rd birthday, Morrowind, and we will catch you all in the next episode.